What is up? So I'm here just to do a 1 week, no, not even a 1 week, my first aligner journey. The process to start it was fairly easy for me. I think everyone has, of course, their own journey, their own experience, some good, some bad. My experience so far has been very good. And me learning how to talk with them has been a journey. So if I sound like I have a lisp, I apologize. I think it's really just in my ear. I feel like I hear everything and I sound weird, but it's possible that I don't. So we're just gonna go with that. So Smile Direct Club. I started this journey like in the beginning of November. So I took the test to see if I was a good candidate. That went through, and then I started the rest of the process. From there, either you can go into the office and do your scans, or you can have them send you the mold kit. What I would suggest is, if you're going to do this process, is to make sure that you do the molds correctly. If you don't go to the office, make sure you do them correctly the first time, just so that you don't have to do the back and forth. I didn't have an issue doing them correctly. It's a pretty easy process, but just pay attention when you're doing it, so that you don't have to go do the whole back and forth thing. Anyway, so once I did my molds, from there I sent them back. They told me they received them, and then I had to wait maybe like 3 weeks. They say 3 to 4 weeks. I only waited about 3 weeks. So just so you know, there's gonna be a waiting period. It's not like you do your molds and then the next day you get them. It's about 3 weeks, which is fine. It wasn't a long wait. And then when they come, it's time to get your shred on. It comes in this big purple box, which I love packaging just in general. I just love good packaging, and this is in fact good packaging. The box is very durable, and it's probably durable because it has to hold all of your aligners. I love how it flips up, and there's just messages everywhere. Then when you look into the box, you have your aligners. They're set in, they're putting these trays in sets. Me personally, my plan has 17 aligners all together. 17 aligners. So this is gonna hold me for the next 245 days. That is how long my process will be. So by the end of the year, shing, I think it's good that you have all that you need already in one box, in one, you don't have to wait for your next set, or always be constantly waiting for things in the mail and all that kind of stuff. But they give you everything at once, and I think that's really dope. I really appreciate that. Along with all of your aligners, you get your whitening tube. There's also these aligner removers. It hatches onto the edge of the aligner to help get it off, but they're pretty easy to take off and put on. I'll just show you how it looks. It might be a little gross that I just, sorry. But yeah, it kind of looks like the mouth guards that all the NBA players have, but so yeah. They also give you a filer, and this is for your aligner. Now, I did try these on my first set of aligner, right? But I could see how filing the side of the aligner down could actually, instead of it eliminating a nuisance, if your aligner is like rubbing on your tongue or rubbing on your gums, you could file that section down. But and while it didn't happen to me, like I didn't file it and then it cut me or anything like that, I could see where that could possibly be an issue for certain people, especially if you have sensitive gums. So I would just suggest to use this with some discretion, and not to file it down sharp or at all. I think it takes about 2 days for your gums and your tongue, the side of your tongue, to get used to something being there. And once that process happens, like, yes, you will experience a little bit of soreness on the side of your tongue, but in like 2-3 days, like, it'll be fine. It's not like a big deal. But of course, if it is a big deal for you, if you have sensitive teeth or sensitive mouth area, you can contact your dentist or you can contact Smile Direct Club. You get a case for your aligners to always keep with you. They actually give you a chapstick. Now look, I didn't know how important chapstick was gonna be in this process, but chapstick is a necessity, okay? Because you don't realize in the beginning processes of having these on, how much you keep your mouth open. Maybe I'll just speak for me, like my mouth, I find that my mouth is just open sometimes, and I'm like what is happening? And then all this air is happening, coming through. And I need chapstick a lot, so chapstick is gonna get you through. Get you through. You see how that just happened? So just chapstick is going to get you through. So the first week was pretty interesting because your mouth is getting used to having these aligners in. Your gums are getting used to having something that's up against it a lot. And I will say my first week, I didn't experience like soreness in my jaw or, anything like that. I didn't experience that at all. If anything, the only thing I really experienced was my gums feeling a little sensitive. And it was really like in the back, like the molar section on the inside of my gums. And it's really because the aligners rest right on it. So initially I had to file down just one side. So I filed it down a little bit and that helped. But it really was just a matter of my tongue, the soreness on the back of my tongue just kind of going away. And once that happened, everything was fine. Like right now with these aligners, my tongue is used to having that surface that it's rubbing up against. The main thing is that when you have these aligners in, is to just try to be as normal as possible, so that one, you don't pick up other habits. Because what I found was how I would rest my teeth, because I felt like I had an overbite or whatever. I was purposely moving my mouth in that position, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, but you just don't want to now start resting your jaw in different positions as it's moving and shifting, because you don't want it to shift into a bad position. I don't have an overbite or underbite, and I feel like sometimes while I'm talking, I feel like that's happening, but it's really me just moving my mouth. Still in an adjustment period of having these in my mouth. But yeah, just be as normal as possible when you're learning to talk with them. Just talk as normal as possible. Even if you do have a lisp, it'll go away. It'll go away. Even this, like the way I'm talking right now, it's like such an improvement from my first week, because I just felt like I don't know how to talk and I'm just not gonna speak. Like I would be in meetings just talk as normal as possible and you'll be fine. I didn't experience that much soreness in my jaw. I didn't experience, it wasn't overwhelming for me. It's been a very smooth transition for me. And I guess that could be due to, it depends on how your teeth are and what your treatment is. Because I had some slight adjustments that I need to make for my teeth, but for some who may have bigger problems or more problem areas, it just might be a little bit different for you guys. But for me, it's been pretty good. I wouldn't suggest to eat anything with them on, because it's just not gonna work for you. You're just gonna feel dumb. Like you're just gonna feel like I'm messing up and it's all me. But I would drink warm water. I would drink cold water. And sometimes I would drink tea with them on. But I would make sure that the tea was actually like kind of room temperature, and I wouldn't just be, drinking boiling hot tea with them on. But other than that, I just take them out and if I'm gonna eat, I take them out, brush my teeth, put them back on, and that's kind of how it goes. I would be like, all right, let me just keep the tops on, or I'd be talking and I feel like, I'm just tired of, feeling like I'm talking weird. So I would take off the bottoms and be like, and begin to talk. So I would do things like that, but I would suggest just keep them on and it will get better, I promise. My second week was just normal. It was just, I had gotten used to talking with them on. I had gotten used to having them on. I got used to the process of taking them off, eating, brushing my teeth, putting them back on, that whole routine. And I just felt like the second week really was allowing my routine to just set in. So yeah, my first 2 weeks, my first aligners process journey was pretty good. Now, my next video on these aligners will be a little bit different because I think with these aligners, I was able to start feeling the tension a bit. And right now, they're good. Like, I don't feel that tension as much. So already a shifting has occurred. So I'll talk a little bit more about this process as I finish out this week. And as I finish out next week, my next video will show my process from here. I just started these Monday. So we'll show you what that process looks like. I love what I got when I started this process. When I actually purchased or put my down payment down, it was around Christmas. So there was a coupon. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm leaving all this in. Matter of fact, I'm leaving all this in the video because something you should know, I should have mentioned this, is that saliva will be producing a lot because you have a foreign thing in your mouth. And yeah, just manage it. You just gotta manage it. You just gotta take your time when you're talking. Take your time when you're doing anything because you don't want to get choked up. Did my down payment around Christmas, and there was a coupon code, so I was able to get $100 off of the process, off of the down payment rather. So I only paid $150 for my down payment, and then I do Smile Pay. This is not a sponsored video. I probably should have said that in the beginning, but I definitely suggest it, and I hope that you stay with me on my journey to straight teeth. I hope you guys stick around for the journey. Hope this was informative for you guys. I hope you got something from it, and if you want to start your process, there's actually a code in the description box. If you want to use the code, it actually gives you a discount on your scans. So, I'm just trying to help. Just trying to help the people out. So if you hit the code, you get a discount on your scans. Helps you get your process going. And yeah, follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be doing snaps and things like that day to day. You can kind of hear and see what's going on with my teeth throughout the day, how I'm feeling, if my jaw is sore or not. Because in this process, the second set, I have experienced some jaw soreness. So link up with me on Instagram. You can follow me there at IamKJulice. Twitter, same thing, IamKJulice. I don't really get on Snapchat. I just do my snaps on Instagram. Insta Snap. That's what I call it. Yeah, and subscribe to the channel. Share the channel. Tell people to come through. I'm going to be doing some other things other than Smile Direct. If you saw my last video, I did some kicks on a budget. How to ball on a budget. So check that out if you haven't. That link is in the description. And then also my next video is probably going to be on some hair care. I've had some questions on how I dyed my hair, what did I use, when did I go natural, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go into that. And then you'll also get some music within this, well, not this month because there's only like a week left, but March you'll probably get some music. And yeah, it's gonna be a good year, guys. It's gonna be a good year between my teeth getting straight, my kicks on fleek, on a budget, music coming out, showing you my friends, vlogging more, and listen, let's get it going, okay? So again, come back, subscribe right now, be a part of the process, not against it, be a part of the process. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys soon. All right, be blessed.